Hello, Phil Swann here with another Together talk, looking at the issues of well-being, good mental health, and how they connect with the Christian hope. I want to talk to you today briefly about the subject of time. I hope you've got time to listen to this. That's a good question, isn't it? Because for a lot of people, they're busy, even though we're locked down. So many things to do, demands on you. Get things sorted with the homeschooling, maybe look after the things to do with work, and there's all those projects that maybe you've started. And if you're not careful, it can seem as if, even though we're not able to do many of the things we would normally do, that we seem to have so little time. But then there's the flip side of the coin. There are those who find themselves with more time on their hands than they really want. In fact, the hours of the day really do seem to pass incredibly slowly, and that can add to the feelings of distress that we have and the feelings of isolation and loneliness. Too much time on our hands can be just as bad as being overloaded and feeling that we don't have enough time for everything. Time waits for no man, the old proverb goes. It's always marching forwards. And one of the things the Bible says, interestingly, about time is that we're to redeem the time that we have. And it tells us that we're to do this because the days are evil. And it goes on to tell us that we're actually to make sure that with what time we have, we prioritise it correctly. Now, in terms of your well-being, there are lots of things that really should be a priority right now. Making time for yourself to get out of the house and exercise, that's a really important priority for your well-being. To look at the world around you, the beauty, to make sure that you've got time to pick up the phone and speak to other people and connect yourself with other people and see how people are doing. All of those things are really, really important, as well as having downtime to enjoy another episode of whatever box set you're watching right now. Making time for those things is important. Redeeming the time, using it wisely, yes. But actually that verse that says redeeming the time because the days are evil goes on to tell us, do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is. And it's really pointing to the fact that the greatest thing we can do with our time is to use it to consider God. And right now, in the midst of all that's happening, probably like many people, you feel really deeply challenged, if not a little bit overwhelmed, and sometimes the whole thing is just far too much and you don't know where to turn. There's a lovely verse in Psalm 61 that says, when my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I am. A place of safety, a place of refuge. And that is precisely how God offers himself to us. He is our refuge. He is our fortress, he says, in the day of trouble. And we can come to know God not by feeling that we've got to go to a pile of bricks called a church building, that's how you do it, or simply by trying to sort of be more spiritual, whatever that means. No, we come to know God by calling out to him and asking him to meet with us. And to meet with us critically, and this is the way he usually does it, through the pages of the Bible. The Bible's a big book, I know, and maybe you've not even got one, and maybe you don't know where to start, and maybe you just feel, well, I wouldn't mind reading the Bible right now, but, well, there are all those difficulties with it. Hey, we can help you with that. Just drop us a line at info@lfec.org. And what you'll discover in the pages of the Bible is a God who cares, the God to whom you matter, and the God who has loved people like you and me so much that 2,000 years ago he sent his Son, that by his death and resurrection we might be forgiven of all the things that separate us from God, and that we might know him and know his love. He is there, he is here, and he is knowable. So use the time wisely today to do good things, yes, for your well-being, but use the time to inquire of the Lord. If you seek me with all your heart, he says, you will surely find me. Well, may you keep safe today, you and your loved ones. God bless you.